Hello everybody, I'm Elwirfy, and today I wanted to talk about the Completionist because I found out that he's back. Now, I apologize for not covering this sooner, but you gotta keep in mind, guys, I am trying to make my own content beyond just talk about other people, but I felt like this was important to mention, just one, as a small content creator, and two, as someone who believes in the integrity of being honest to my audience. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into this. So here is the Completionist. He is back making videos and acting as business as normal. Now, when I made my previous videos, I believe I did mention that one good method for him to get out of the situation would be for him to go business as usual. However, this was with the assumption that he would, of course, well, to be frank, not address the situation. And he did address the situation. He made the really bad apology video. So now he's, instead of making another video to re-apologize, which I think would have been smarter, he has instead decided to just go business as usual. And this is not a good idea, because now everyone's upset at you and your content is going to do much worse. Like, people are not going to watch your videos. I wouldn't be surprised if he loses subscribers. He still has 1.54 million subscribers, but I expect that number to go down. Now, I wanted to play this brief clip, kind of just go over it real quickly, and then I wanted to focus our attention elsewhere as well. So, here we go.
Everyone, and welcome back to another brand new episode of The Completionist, where we don't just beat the games, we complete them.
So he starts off by just introducing himself, which normally I wouldn't talk about, but I think it's important to note that he really does seem very positive and cheerful. It doesn't seem like he's really showing any sign that he's upset about what's going on. I don't know what his lawyers told him, but I think that's just important to note that, things are, I guess, all good for him, I suppose.
Before we start today's video, I want to recognize that I know that I have lost a lot of your trust at home.
Which is fair. I mean, that's fine to say, because it's true. I think most of his viewers probably don't trust him, and we'll get into more of why people don't trust him in a second, but I think on the surface level, if you're just watching the video and you're not digging any deeper, I think that's a fair thing to say. However, I think that it's not really holding up enough accountability, because again, he's just saying he's sorry. People are upset. He's not saying he's sorry for what he did, which is a big difference, and I think is something that really we can't afford to ignore.
And I want to spend as much time as it will take to rebuild and re-earn your trust.
Okay, if that was true, then you would admit to what you did. He still has yet to admit fault, and I believe that's very intentional because, again, of the lawyers. You got to keep in mind that he's probably being advised very heavily to say nothing, to make sure that he does not admit to anything, especially since he started a lawsuit. So, I guess good for you, I guess, dude, but I don't know. I'm not buying it.
It's going to take time, but I'm willing to put in the commitment, and I hope you give me a chance.
Okay, so this is the part where he pretty much just says he's going business as normal. And let's go ahead and move on to the kind of more damning stuff, I think. Because while this alone is an important thing to address, I feel like there's more to look at. Specifically, if we go to his description here, you can see that he still has his Patreon on. Now, I would think that someone who has been accused of stealing people's money wouldn't want to leave their donation page up. I feel like that's very ill-advised, because why would you want to advertise to everyone that you still want their money after admitting that not admitting, I guess, but after he has been called out for hiding away all the money that people have given him? I don't know. I think it's kind of messed up, especially since clearly he doesn't need it. He seems pretty well off. Look at all this crap behind him, But if we come down to the comments, I think this is where it gets more interesting. And I'm going to shout out a few creators here. My man Gem Reaper saying, my man really used the Konami code in hopes of getting 30 more chances. Yep, he's really just starting over. He's really trying to make people forget about everything that happened. People saying, Blaze Kekken saying the balls to come back after the donation situation is crazy. I agree. I think that's absolutely wild. That's crazy stuff. And then Inquisition L6 says, my favorite side quest is how early you find a wallet from Croco, but you can keep it for 10 years. That's insane. That's absolutely crazy. People are totally calling him out on what he did. This one's a great one. Woolcap Army. Talk about wanting to spend time rebuilding trust, as if that's something that's just always afforded to you. It's not. You blew it. You hear that, guys? He's willing to put in commitment and rebuilding trust. What a kind, generous man. Exactly. These comments have totally been calling out the fact that he's clearly trying to move on, but not really acknowledging the situation truly. I mean, he kind of just grazes over it, trying to make everyone forget about it, but trust me, it will not help. And then this guy, Leaderly, says, well, he really had two options. One was to wait an appropriate amount of time to let things die down. The other was just to charge forward and hopes for the best. Guess we know which path he chose. Yeah, he should have probably waited longer. I would think that you'd want to wait about at least a couple months before you post anything. He didn't even wait a month. So that's wild, you know. The audacity this guy has. Chef's kit, yeah, he has a lot of audacity coming from Zeta Cansri. And this one's a great one. Mercy Valentine. This is just awful. You feel no remorse. Exactly. Because here's the thing, guys, and this is kind of important, because he really hasn't shown any remorse, or demonstrated to me at least that he seems to actually care about what people are saying, which is really disappointing to see, because, you know, I would want, I would want better from him. You know, I would expect more from him, and it sucks that, you know, that's not really what we got. And in fact, even when you go look at the next video that he posted here, again, it's only at 93,000 views, much lower than the first 200,000 view video that we just looked at. And you'll notice the comments. Where are they? Yeah, the comments are still. Oh my god, these comments are awesome, guys. Okay, so Demi Crow says, Completionists keep going while house is burning. It must be one of the funniest things. Very true. I think it's fantastic that he's doing his best to move on while everyone is totally like hating on him. I think that's brilliant. I could never imagine doing something as horrible as he did and, you know, just brushing it off. I don't know, it's crazy. And he doesn't even care that people are hating on him in the comments. He hasn't even turned off comments. That would have been a smart thing. He should have turned off comments. What about the Switch game where you collect all the gold coins, store them for years, and never share them with anyone? Oh man, that's wonderful. That I can't deny that. That is actually cool. That's really cool. He's like, keep posting, bro. I'm sure this strategy is working wonders for you. Great. He took Logan Paul's and Illuminati's worst moves and combined them. Amazing. Exactly. He waited and did a bad apology, but then also went back to normal and barely addressed anything. It's incredible how much he's screwing up. Like, and then this guy here, he's like, well, I'm just amazed nobody's mentioning the one time he tried to redact it, thinking he'd get away with it, kind of making fun of the fact that he's censoring people. I'm sure, to me, that tells me he's probably censoring some of the comments that are a bit worse than this. I guess the combo of legal threats, then denial, and ignorance of the truth, a classic. Just, these comments are wonderful, you guys. I can't thank you all enough for showing how much in agreement the whole community is at what he's done. Literally every comment is taking a shit on him, and that's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. It's fascinating to see how you're completing your villain arc. Awesome. Yeah, the Completionist has basically become Nero, playing his fiddle while Rome burns. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, dude pulled his hand out of his hand and was like, got him there, none the wiser. Oh man, you cannot get away with stuff on the internet, okay? Here's the thing, right? It would be fine if he had done one of the two strategies, but he's done both strategies poorly. He could have done the strategy where he apologizes publicly and makes sure to take full responsibility and not threaten people. Or he could have done business as usual and never addressed it. He's decided to go both routes, and I think that ultimately is crushing him. I mean, his videos are not doing as well, and I wouldn't be surprised if his subscriber count drops. I think that it's unwarranted and undeserved for him to be getting the kind of support that he has. And yeah, I think that's about it. I want to thank you all for watching, and I want to kind of tongue-in-cheek make an ironic statement here. We actually have a Patreon. That's right, we legit have a Patreon. Isn't this the best segment ever? I had to do this because it's just so funny to me. But no, yes, for real, we really did start a Patreon. Let me show you what you guys will see when you come to the page here. Let me see. Hold on. All right, and switch. So yeah, guys, check it out. We have a Patreon. I made it. It's great. This is our main one. This is my creator mode, so you guys can see what I have, because you guys know I like to be very transparent with you guys. I heard you guys' comments, and you guys mentioned that I should get a Patreon, and sure, we'll do that. I looked into it. I set it up. Here it is. You can go to the link right here if you want to. It'll be linked in the video below. If this is how you guys want to support me, that's fine by me. I made a nice post, pretty much just thanking everybody. And then if you want to, I'll show you guys the membership tiers. They're much cheaper than the stuff that YouTube does, because again, I'm not trying to make you guys spend a ton of money, but it's kind of like anything that helps. So we got 3 membership tiers, and all the tiers are essentially the same as kind of what I could offer on YouTube. I'll give you access to an exclusive community Discord. You can play games with me, and obviously I'll put your names at the end of my videos, which would be really cool. Keep in mind with the name in credits at the end of videos, just remember that I do record in batches, because again, I'm very poor and I work a lot. So if you do join the membership, your name won't necessarily instantly be in the next video, but it will be there. I can promise you that it really will be there, in my own weird way that I like to do things in videos. But yeah, this is all the 3 tiers. If you do $5, you get community Discord, name and credits of videos, and of course your name and credits of videos will always be something that I want to include, because I really want to do my best to show my support. And thank you all for watching for as long as you guys have. I'm really proud of the community that we have here, and I'm honestly just really thankful for everything that we've worked hard to create on the channel. And it's 2024, it's a new year. Last year was probably one of the worst years of my life, so I'd really like to have this year go a bit better. And I just can't thank you guys enough for everything you've done. Even if you can't donate, that's okay too. Just watching the videos seriously helps a ton. It really does mean a lot to me. So I want to say thank you. And yeah, I guess that's about it. As always, guys, I'm Elwirfy, and I will definitely see you all next time. Take care, everyone.